Hey everyone, how's it going? Lance here. Today is Wednesday, October 18th, 2017, and I am now 9 months and 1 day post-op for my follicular unit extraction procedure that I have with Dr. Daniel McGrath out in Austin, Texas. So yeah, let's take a look. So this is my left side. The day of my surgery 9 months ago, I had 50, that's 50 single hair grafts that were placed into the left part of my frontal hairline, left temporal peak to kind of soften this up. I think at this point, all of the hairs that were placed in the very front, those have all pretty much grown out. But more importantly, I had 265 grafts placed into the suture line that was left over from my 2015 FUT strip procedure that I had with Dr. Huebner. So I'm actually really excited to do this video because on last Saturday, the 14th, I got the shortest haircut I've had since I've been doing this vlog, and there was no evidence of a crease line. So let's take a look at that. So yeah, when I got my haircut on Saturday the 14th, I knew that in a couple days I was going to be 9 months post-op, and it was also a week out from a wedding that I'm going to be in this upcoming Saturday on the 21st. And as you can tell, I'm not in my regular spot in DC. I'm actually at home in Tampa with my parents, and I wanted to experiment with how short I could cut this hair. And in the event that there was a small crease line, I figured at least have a week for the hair to grow out in time for the wedding. And, I'm just ecstatic that there is no evidence at all of a crease line pretty much all over the scar. Like, I was so impressed, and I'm pretty certain that I could have actually gotten a 3 guard and you wouldn't have been able to see anything. So I'm really happy with how this FUE surgery has been turning out, and I know that at 9 months, and if you've been watching my channel for a while, you'll know that when I get into the 9 and 10 month marks, that's when I usually start to say, well, if I don't get any more hair than I already have, I'd be happy. But the good news is that going well into 12 months post-op, going well into 13 months post-op, you can actually still get more hair coming in. So I'm just really ecstatic with that. One thing I do want to point out, though, is that although I'm happy that I was able to get a 3.5 guard all the way around the scar, unfortunately I'm having trouble getting the temporal peaks cut at the same length without having them look pluggy. So when I had my haircut done a few months ago, and I talked about how I didn't really have a very good haircut, and one of the reasons why was because when the peaks were cut very short, they look very pluggy. And the reason for that is because when Dr. Huebner did my first 2 strip procedures, when he built out the temples, he put in a lot of big density grafts in on the sides, and he did a very good job. Like, when this grows out, when it grows to a certain length, it looks very thick. The problem is that when you have big density grafts, when they're cut to a certain length, they don't cover as big of an area, so that at times they could look pluggy. So when I get to January 2018 and I go back to Dr. McGrath's practice and he takes a look at my scalp, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about a game plan of what more I could possibly need. And to be honest, if I were to have a 4th procedure, it would be FUE, but it wouldn't be required. I'm pretty sure that there are a lot of guys out there who have much worse hair loss than I had at the beginning of my journey. And a lot of guys would say, well, Lance, you look fine. You don't need another procedure. Why would you do it? But for me, it's one of those things where I'm my own worst critic. I'm the one who notices this every single day. Unless I point something out, I don't think most people would notice. But it's something that, I would consider just trying to experiment and have some fun with. So, yeah. So with all that said, I'm really happy with how things are turning out. And I know that there's only more to go. And yeah, when I get pictures from this wedding, I'll be sure to post them, especially a lot of the formal pictures where you'll be able to see different parts of the back of my head. So yeah, so let's check back next time in November when we get to 10 months post-op. And from now on, I'm going to start cutting my hair at least with a 3.5 guard. And I'm pretty sure by the time I get to 1 year post-op, I'll be able to comfortably cut a 3 guard or maybe a 2.5. And I won't have any trouble with it. So yeah, with that said, let's check back next month, and we'll see you guys soon. Thanks and take care. Peace.